this is a safe space. If you need to crash out, feel free to crash out.
I'm scared.
That was a weird game for many reasons. I think first and foremost is I fucking hate their dumbass baseball stadium.
Yes.
At this point, and I get it that New York came in 2013, I think. That, you know, it's hard to get real estate in New York, and they are actively, I can't remember if they've started or are about to start building that stadium in downtown, which is awesome, great for them. But I feel like at this point, any team that still plays in a venue that's not a soccer specific stadium should be force sold by MLS. I will give Seattle a pass.
Okay.
But beyond that, I think Seattle and Atlanta get a pass, I think. But beyond that, any team that plays in a venue.
So who is it besides them? Charlotte, NYCFC, obviously.
Vancouver.
Okay.
Is that it at this point? I'm trying to think. I think that's it.
I mean, you could argue Toyota Stadium isn't an MLS quality stadium.
It's not, but they are
Dallas.
building it up to be like they have renovation plans for it to be a MLS quality stadium. Have you been to Toyota Field or Toyota Stadium, whatever the hell it's called?
No.
It is, dude. It is in like the most violently wealthy area in Texas. Like it's like disgustingly wealthy.
Okay. Tell me more.
It just is. It's just it's gross. It's like it's by a bunch of businesses and like this weird little neighborhood, but like every house around it is like, I mean, I don't know, 2, sometimes 3 stories, huge yard, sometimes with gates, like just crazy wealth, right? But so because I went to visit my parents when Nashville was playing in Dallas last, and drove out there.
The Fitness Gram Pacer
God
test
damn it!
is a multi-stage
I put
aerobic
a
capacity
timer on it.
test
How is there
that
more
progressively
push-ups?
gets more difficult as
Because
it
your
continues.
timer must be like 8 minutes or something.
Oh, give me a second. Let me finish this. When I was driving to Dallas' stadium, I couldn't find it,
Ryan,
and it was like
Ryan, your timer is 5 minutes. You fool.
It was right up until I was on the stadium that I could see the stadium, and it's like a hole in the ground. Awful stadium. John, entertain the people. I gotta do push-ups.
Jay the Duck in chat. What? Oh, don't play the Arby's commercial. Jay the Duck in chat says, the double standard New York got when playing in a baseball stadium for a decade when our franchise got threatened over a potential stadium delay is crazy. I mean, yeah. I feel like at some level that just boils down to their city football group, and we famously aren't. So I feel like at some level, once I was talking about what Jay the Duck said about the double standard of them getting to play in a baseball stadium and Nashville's franchise getting threatened over a stadium delay.
Yeah. I mean, city football group for sure had a big, play in that. But, no. I will throw in, granted, it is a temporary soccer stadium, but throw in Miami in the group of people who don't have a stadium yet are still in MLS. Because that temporary stadium is like a bunch of bleachers with like pretty wraps around them. And they've had fucking a decade and a half to build a stadium because everyone knew this team was coming for that long.
But they're also not in Miami. They're in Fort Lauderdale.
They're in Fort Lauderdale, yeah. And they're a basically Inter Miami is a racket to sell Messi merchandise to send money back into MLS's pockets, and no one actually gives a fuck about the team.
This hot take is actually brought to you by Moss Plus by Messi.
I was at Kroger the other day and I saw his fuck ass face on Lay's potato chips and I got mad.
Yeah. No, he's everywhere, which is ironic because he's a bad person. I say that solely because tax evasion.
Yeah, of course. Tax evasion and
know.
not playing in All-Star games.
Crimes.
Yeah, honestly, jail. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no one gives a fuck about Inter Miami, the team. You would think they did based off all the chatter you get on social media, but their temporary stadium holds, I think, like 17,000 people, and they are not at 100% capacity this year. Or the year, I think they were the year Messi came, but this year they are not. And not being at capacity with Lionel Messi on your team in a stadium that is almost half of what Geodis holds is insane to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at some level, and I say this without having like researched Miami ticket prices or anything, because again, I don't care.
They are more expensive.
I would imagine they're just pricing people out.
I had this conversation with somebody where I made the point I just made, and they were like, yeah, but your team has $15 tickets. There's a difference. And I go, flexing that your team is priced out the normal person is not the brag you think it is.
Yeah, it is one of the takes I've ever heard.
Yeah, Jay the Duck says when Messi leaves, that stadium will be empty. They priced out their actual fans. I doubt they ever had. They had actual fans, but we saw that their actual fans were like 9,000 people in that first year.
Yeah, and they were too busy fighting each other at Nissan Stadium and its associated parking lots.
I forgot about that. Holy shit, that was crazy.
Yeah, good times, great oldies.
I vividly remember when they announced Inter Miami, and they dropped their crest. I thought, oh wow, an MLS team that's using black and pink as their colors, and that logo looks pretty cool. I hope they don't piss me off because I really like that logo, and boy, did they! It turned out that they would piss me off over and over and over and over again.
The things future Brian would say to past Brian.
Yeah.
I hope they don't piss me off. Morgan Freeman narration.
Mm-hmm.
They pissed him off.
They pissed me off, turns out. John, question for you. Does Nashville SC get an away group ticket allotment for Miami? I believe so. I think it's in the rules, right? We have to get some for every stadium.
Probably. I would have to go back and look because that game has already happened.
I guess you're not in charge of away tickets, I assume.
Right. And I'm also not our backline or club liaison person. So I was talking to someone at our watch party yesterday about this. Of like, I probably shouldn't say this publicly, do it. I lead from such a position of ignorance because the other people the people that I've surrounded myself with in leadership positions are competent and knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And I trust them to do what they are supposed to do. So
fair.
Like, I could get that answer, but I don't have it. I would assume like, yes, there's an allotment, but I think they're probably just a lot more finicky about it, of like, well, if you don't have a ticket sold by X date, then we're pulling them and we're gonna sell them on our end, or they're just like exorbitantly expensive. I know I think it's the Austin away ticket is notoriously expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's frustrating because that's where you're going and you hate us. So
nope, don't hate you. I do hate. I'm actually not going to say that because I don't know who's going to see this. I had a sale fall through and I'm sad. Yeah, I was going to get real mean, but it's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I firmly believe that teams without stadiums and a lot of honestly a lot of MLS 1.0 teams, excluding probably Columbus.
Revs. How did we forget about the fucking Revs?
Everyone forgets about the Revs. They are a prime example of an MLS 1.0 team where it was basically just a plaything of people who were NFL owners and they just wanted an extra team under their belt, and then they just didn't give a fuck about it and used it as a way to just get some merchandise revenue in the stadiums they already play, like they already own, and they don't put shit back into their teams. I think there was 1 or 2 years there where the Revs were like historically good, like out of nowhere. It was 2022, 2021. But it was like
I think because they set the Supporter Shield record whatever year that was, and then it was broken the next year.
Yeah, but it was like literally the next year they were dog shit, and their success has always been off of like getting, they never go get big splashy names. They never really spend a lot. I think a lot of MLS 1.0 teams need a kick in the rear to like actually give a shit. Specifically, the Revs. I think Chicago's another one for the stadium. But they are building a soccer specific one. But a lot of these teams are just around. It feels like they just exist to exist.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted watching the stream because I feel like our camera boxes are not the same size, and I can't unsee it.
Yeah, you fuck. Why would you tell me this?
I'm sorry.
Why would you do this?
It's like the thing where it's like, I saw this, so now you have to see it too.
I think yours is a little higher.
I think it is too.
I hate it here. Fuck.
So
I've ruined it. Fuck. Fuck. I'm trying really
Glad
hard.
I could help.
Fuck. It's locking on to fuck. You know what, John? For the rest of the stream, you're down here. For the rest of the stream, you're down here.
Oh,
there
man.
You go. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, let's just make it.
Yeah.
It's so much worse now.
Oh. I fixed it.
How could Travis let this happen?
I didn't disable push-ups at all. You just used it.
How could Travis let this happen?
How could Travis let this happen? Okay, funny joke. I'm actually gonna jump out of a window if I have to look at you down there this entire time. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Micro adjustments, and then we're gonna go a little smaller. We're gonna bring this down. Okay. Slightly better. I think it's a little. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna ignore it. God, I hate.
So you'll get mad at me if I bring it up.
Yes, I hate that you've done this to me. So, game versus how did I already forget?
NYCFC.
New York.
Yeah.
That first half. I mean, within the first 3 minutes, we could have and arguably should have been up by 2-3 goals. There, I mean,
yeah.
I watched the
shot on goal in the first like 19 seconds is wild to me.
The pass through by Shaffelburg onto Sam's foot was gorgeous. Maybe a little too far. Sam kind of had to reach and was like almost falling to kick it. But I mean, he got it on goal. If he would have got any amount of lift on that, that's a goal. You're not like that's not being stopped. And I think literally after the second or third minute, when we had like 2 shots on goal, both could have been, scored. I thought, oh, we're about to fucking dog walk New York. Like, within the beginning of the first half, all the way up until and past the goal, it felt like we were going to dominate that game and win 3-4, 5-0. I had joked before the game on Twitter. I was like, I said something along the lines of like, I had a bad week. I really need one of those Sam Surge hat tricks. And when he shot within the first 20 seconds, I'm like, oh, this tweet's gonna bang when I say thanks later because they did it,
Yeah.
And then lightning happened. I guess a goal happened, and we were just. I can't explain it. Actually, I can't explain it, but it felt like that second half was just bad. Like beginning to end, I felt like there was no point where we were really serious about winning the game or putting another goal in the net. What do you think went wrong in the second
What do
half?
I think went wrong? In the second half specifically, I'm going to say Yankee Stadium and wet.
Yeah, that little where the dirt is that
The
they
infield.
like put grass on top of. It
was splashy.
It was splashy. There was a free kick. I forget the minute, but Joe goes to take a free kick, right? And he drops the ball and it just goes and just sticks. Like it does not bounce, it just and sticks into the ground.
Yep.
Again.
So I think that plays a really big part. I mean, yeah. I was talking at the watch party yesterday. I compared its advantage to like the teams that play at altitude, where it's like, you know, we're used to playing here and we know how to do it. And then when a team goes, they're just like, oh yeah, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
So they play in a baseball stadium all the time and they're used to it. And other teams play on real fields and they're not used to it.
Other teams that aren't Vancouver play on real fields. Vancouver's field is Okay, we're back. We're live. Clean, don't leave. I don't.
Did Brian's computer go poop on a scale?
It wasn't my computer. So I'm sitting here.
Brian, on a scale of 1 to the second half yesterday, how poo-poo did your computer go?
My computer did fine. My computer's great. My PlayStation's great. Which I don't know if that's actually coming through right now.
That's not relevant. You're trumping. My computer is fine. My PlayStation is gorgeous.
My computer's fine. My PlayStation's fine. I'm sitting here and I see the little, you know how it has like in the OBS, it has like the bits or whatever, and it like tells you how fast it's uploading. I watched that
just spike.
I watched it go away, like disappear. And I look over at my PlayStation screen and it just says offline, and then it kicked back on like immediately. Like you cut out for about 2 seconds.
Yeah,
that was weird. What were we talking about?
I was talking shit somewhat aggressively about NYCFC's field.
Oh, okay, yeah. Dog shit field. Sell the team next. I
think a large amount of what went wrong yesterday, and I feel like this could get taken out of the context I intended to. So I'm giving context at the beginning.
Let's see if we have the same thought here.
I really think that Josh Bauer is an important roster piece for this team. He gives really good flexibility to be center back or right back. But when you put an incredibly right-footed, out of position player on the left, specifically on the part of the field where it is so ass a proctologist would stay away, then it's going to hamper a lot of the team.
Yeah, I
in my opinion,
it felt like, because even before the first goal they scored, it felt like every single chance that New York got in that first half and most of the second half was attacking directly between Josh Bauer and Jack Mayer. Literally just shooting through that gap. And I am not. What is Zimmerman still hurt in some way? I don't know why he's not starting. Like, I get that Palacios is doing fine or doing great, and Mayer's done, I mean, good, but literally until Zimmerman got in near the end of the game, they were attacking that exact same spot over and over and over and over again. And it forced Joe to make 2-3 saves in that first half that he should not have had to make. And it literally what led to that first goal. I do not know why we're not putting Zimmerman in more often.
Clean in chat says he's not healthy, but he's not ready. So I guess it's the difference between being hurt and being injured.
Real
coach speak.
Coach speak, yeah. Tyler
Yeah.
Boyd style.
Tyler Boyd was upgraded to questionable. We like
Dude,
that.
It's
the only signing we're gonna get this fucking window.
it could feel like it'll feel like a signing. Like I'll be stoked to have him back. But he has been on that same path of like they've been saying like next game he may not play, but he's gonna, he's close, he's getting there. They've been saying that for 2 months now. And I'm starting to think the real Tyler Boyd is the friends we made along the way.
Schrodinger's Tyler Boyd.
Yeah,
Schrodinger's
probably. Boyd. Yeah, exactly.
When did he tear his ACL? Because I thought recoveries now were like a year max, and I think his has been over a year.
Yeah.
Because again, the context being Adrian Peterson is a fucking freak. He rehabbed an ACL in like 6 months.
There's a lot of athletes that like I feel can play gruesomely injured, and maybe Tyler Boyd just isn't one of those. Like not. There's those players,
and he lost all of his powers.
There's those players that are little freaks of nature that like Steve Nash style can have their nose off to the side and still play, right? Or like Adrian Peterson style tear their ACL and then like put it back together with bubble gum and duct tape and be back in 6 months. I think I am happy with taking our time with Tyler Boyd, especially up until this little losing streak, because we've been great. But now that we're on this weird little 3-game rut and we need answers, I want to see him plugged back in as soon as possible. And I'm not saying start. I'm saying this home stretch, let's get him on the bench. And maybe the first game, test him out at the end if we're in a situation where we can sub someone on in like the 80th and just let him run for a minute. And then the next game, slightly more time. Like we need answers. We need to figure out ways to snap. It's nice to, be on a 3-game losing streak and be at the top of the standings still. I mean, we're at near the top of the standings. We're in 3rd or 4th. I can't remember how
it's gotta be. It's gotta be 4th at this point.
Yeah. Which if you told me at the beginning of the year, right now we'd be in 4th, I'd be stoked. So let's all remember that, even though it feels like the sky is falling just a little bit. Yeah,
that context I feel like is really important.
Boyd was injured late July, so it's been over a year. Yeah. Oh my God, Aaron, I hate you. I get excited every time, and it's just fucking Aaron following.
Aaron, I bet you won't redeem push-ups.
No, don't do that.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
I'm gonna put this
progressively
goddamn
gets
chair
more
through that
difficult
fucking
as
window.
it continues.
But then you'll have to repair the window to sell your house.
Fuck, you're right. Trying to entertain the people.
While Brian's doing push-ups, I'm going to go back to Jay the Duck's question. What's a signing you guys would have wanted this window if our office didn't forget the transfer window existed? It's really easy. It's really easy to sit here and say like, oh, Taylor is still hurt. Dan has a mystery injury. Tate Schmidt, I think, is almost a person. I don't know. Wyatt Meyer. So we're on our 4th left back, which is obviously less than ideal. So it'd be nice if they had gotten a 5th left back and that we could have somebody else in there.
5th left back is crazy.
So I was talking about this in the NSC Discord yesterday, and it's more of an off-season projection from after we have loaded the cannon to shoot Gaston Brugman into the sun.
Oh fuck!
And
his pass near the end of the game was so bad. It was so bad, John. Like down the stretch, we need to do anything towards the goal, and he launches it just like 30 feet to the left, out of bounds, trying to hit. I think it was Sam or Hany in the box.
Send him to the sun.
I keep trying to, because he has moments and he's decent in the midfield, but then shit like that happens and I want to send him to the sun.
Yeah, so I've grown my list of desired players to 2. They're both left backs. Sam Vines in Colorado. He had all of his US caps. I think Greg was his manager, but BJ would have been on that staff, so BJ knows him as a player.
Yeah.
And I think it's Tate Johnson in Vancouver. Their actual starting left back is Sam Adekubi. He's a Canadian international, but he's out for the season. So he is, they're not going to sell him now. Obviously, they need him for the season. But once Adekubi comes back, he's obviously not going to be getting as many minutes. So either of those players, like, pick up the phone, Mike, because Dan's not getting any younger. And clearly there needs to be some type of plan sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dan comes back and is fine through the rest of the year and maybe even next year. But you are correct. You are correct. He's not a spring chicken anymore. And obviously, without him, you can tell we're fucking struggling, because that was what New York attacked the entire game. Their game plan was run at Bauer. And it fucking worked. It was incredibly frustrating. And honestly, and like I did say earlier in the pod, that we dominated that first half. And we did. We were great the first half. But they did get 2 or 3 chances that Joe had to make either a fantastic save or they put it just wide of the goal. So close, in fact, that half the stadium thought it went in because they were attacking directly at Bauer.
Who, again, is not a fullback. H-Man is in here saying Meyer isn't even a wingback. Josh Bauer wasn't a fullback before Gary.
I think
he had only ever played in the middle.
Yeah, I think Josh Bauer is a great depth piece for your center back group. And he is a fantastic early Open Cup starter guy. Like, early on the Open Cup, where you wanna still win, but you want to rotate some key pieces out. He is your guy.
Yeah.
He will produce for you in those early rounds and beat Chattanooga Red Wolves or whatever.
The real Chattanooga team.
Real Chattanooga's red, bitch. I hold a grudge from NPSL. Let's gerrymander.
Let's conversation we could have.
Let's gerrymander Chattanooga to be Red Wolves country. What was I gonna say? We went on this whole tirade. Okay, no, okay. Chat, and John and chat.
Okay.
This is a safe space. If you need to crash out, feel free to crash out.
I'm scared.
If you want to scream into the void and you know you don't mean it,
so scared.
Feel free to scream into the void and not mean it. John, can we still win trophy or trophies this year?
Yes.
Yeah, but like, how do you feel?
What question is that?
But like, how do you feel?
I mean,
I'm not saying, because obviously we can, right? We're about to go into the semifinals of the Open Cup. We are near the top of the standings. We honestly still could push for a supporter shield if we went all out, which I don't want us to do at this point. And MLS playoffs are a crapshoot. Like, the playoff system, once you get in, go nuts, right? It could be literally anybody. But how do you feel? Listen to your heart, John.
My heart says we're not going to be able to beat Philly for a third time in a calendar year. So that's going to be a devastating Open Cup semifinal loss at Geodis Park. I agree with you that Supporter Shield was nice to be in that conversation for like a month and a half, but it should never be the goal. Supporter Shield doesn't put a star on your jersey. No. That's MLS Cup. So I think it's possible to getting an invite to the dance, right?
Yeah.
That's the first threshold to cross.
Which
we are on pace to do that.
Yeah, even if we were to total collapse, I think we would still make it in.
I don't know about total collapse, but like, no, getting there, I feel like, and not having important players suspended with stupid yellow cards like what Eddie got yesterday. If the full strength roster is available, this team can go toe to toe with anybody.
Yeah.
A full season is a war of attrition. Everybody has injuries. Everybody has suspensions. I don't know. I think Supporter Shield should only ever be a dream. I don't know that I want to see us go for it ever.
Yeah.
Just because it sets you up to fail other things. Open Cup, both of the teams from the West are incredibly beatable. Minnesota United is new Gary Ball. They win on set pieces and defense. And Austin is chaos ball, but like fast.
For my own personal needs and greed here, I want a Nashville Austin final. I do agree with you that beating Philly 3 times in a year will be difficult. I think they can do it. I think they're at the point where they have to choose, especially with these 3 losses. Do you go for Open Cup or do you go for Supporter Shield? You don't go for Supporter Shield.
I took the road less traveled by.
You go for Open Cup because that is the easiest possible route for a trophy. So if that means we have to lose a couple games, not on purpose, but like we're sitting out Hany and Sam because next week is the Open Cup semifinal, fine.
It's gonna hurt, but it has to
happen. People will shit and piss their pants about it, but I don't care. Go for the trophy. I hope
not.
Go for the trophy. The Open Cup, the Supporter Shield, consider it gone. If they do it, it's a happy accident. It's a surprise. Yay, hooray. But consider it gone. I think Open Cup, real possibility. If I had to put a percentage chance, I think there's a 50-50 chance we win it.
I mean, there's the lowest it could be is a 25% chance.
Correct. Shut up. Making me look bad. But I think that is what, go fucking for that. And then as the year goes on, rest yourself when you need. Go into the MLS playoffs fresh and rolling. It looks like this team is obviously good. This is a good soccer team, but it's starting to feel like they're a little streaky, like just a little bit. And we are on the negative side of that streak right now. If you can find a way to reignite that, I'm not even saying win every game, but stop dropping points on the road, draw on the road, win at home through the tail end of the season into the playoffs and streak again near the end. The way you win in any playoff system, regardless of league, is you get on a fucking hot streak. You get on a fucking tear. And if they get on a tear like they did earlier in the year, where they were unstoppable, almost unbeatable, there was a couple draws in there, and putting away goals like fucking madmen, they can and will win the MLS Cup. If that happens. We will see. Hurdle number 1. Get the goddamn Open Cup, because I want silverware that's not the I-65 Cup back in 2014. I want silverware we won not against the Birmingham Hammers.
Why weren't they called the Birmingham Hammers, first of all?
They don't have whimsy like we do, John. Me and you are men of whimsy. They were not.
Known appreciator of whimsy.
Dude, I love whimsy. Give me a Lunchable. I'm like, wee, and I'm eating that shit. That's my whimsy right there.
But which Lunchable though?
Honestly, the dessert pizza is kind of bad. I had that recently and it wasn't good. The regular pizza with like the pepperoni and the cheese and the little packet that you onto it, great.
Yep.
Fucking love that.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong
Upsettingly.
Can't go wrong with the crackers, ham, and cheese.
See, I was gonna say that's the upsetting thing for me is like that's the Lunchable that I remember having had the most was the meat and cheese and crackers.
Well, for me,
the charcuterie board.
For me, I had 2 stages of Lunchables. The only time I got Lunchables as a kid, like a young kid, was going on field trips. Like when my elementary school would do a field trip somewhere, my mom would get me a Lunchable, and that was the only time I got Lunchables. And then the second phase of Lunchable nostalgia, and I don't know if Mitchell's still in here, but when I would spend the night at Mitchell's house with like 6 or 7 other people in high school, we would, I say, sneak out of the house. His parents didn't care.
You would steal Lunchables from his younger siblings?
We would go to Kroger in Goodlettsville, where Jay Maz had played us screaming loud to the entire store. That Kroger,
yes,
we would go to that Kroger and like 2 a.m. and get Lunchables and soda pop and go back to his place and play Halo until 6 a.m. So those are my 2 Lunchable whimsy nostalgia moments there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm what the fuck? H-Man? Hold on. I just realized my chat on screen isn't there. What did I do? What did I do to you?
I do agree with Jay the Duck's point. If you're going to have a slump, I'd rather it be in August than October.
Yeah, this is the time to slump.
Yeah.
There's never a time to slump, but if you have to slump, now is the time to slump.
When you say it that many times in a sentence, it sounds like a slur, and I don't like it.
It sounds kind of gross, too.
Yeah.
So, moral of the story, that game sucked. I'm not happy with it. I don't think any of us are. But that very easily could have been 2-3 or 2-3, 4-0 in the first half for us before they scored. And once you get up by that many goals, it probably changes everything they're doing, right? If Sam puts away that very first goal, it changes the entire game. If
not the Maxi Morales slander.
if we go nuts in that first 20 minutes and score all the goals we should have scored, we come out of that game with a win, guaranteed. I don't think New York bounces back.
I agree.
And
also, again, fuck that weather delay.
Yeah, fuck that weather delay. It was annoying. Also, they should have called it before that goal. It seemed suspicious that the goal went in and immediately they called it.
Yep.
Like, if the goal went in and immediately they called it, you would have thought we would have heard or seen some sort of rain happening or lightning happening at that moment.
Can we, is that VAR eligible? Could we VAR the lightning area to see if we needed to chalk off that goal?
Someone called the National Weather Service. Oh, wait, it's been defunded. Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Damn.
Sorry. Left this rant. I'm sorry. Rage Against the Machine. But yeah, there were positives to take away in the first half. The second half was ass. I do want to say the build-up, the dummy of the ball, and the pass by Hany that led to Shaft's goal was chef's kiss, perfect. Like, that was the kind of goals we were putting in 2, 3, 4 times during the stretch of wins and draws, right?
Yeah.
And it's good to see because we hadn't seen it the last couple games. They've been very icky poo-poo, right? They've just been bad. It was nice to see some of that, the passion and energy come back. It felt like the last couple games, we haven't been as high motor as we normally were until about the 70th minute when we got desperate. This game, they were very high motor, full energy from the first kick.
Yeah, I feel like the beginning of the first half yesterday is the best that Shaff has looked under BJ.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Because
earlier in the
he's
year,
playing on the right, he's cutting in. Like,
I mean, earlier in the year, we were talking about on here, like, do we move him because we have Perez and Kasim, and now Kasim's kind of disappeared. He's just kind of there. And Shaff is balling out.
Danger.
Do we speaking of Kasem disappearing, do we have Brian Door rankings right now?
No, I need to redo them. Look, the Brian Door, right?
Is only after wins.
It's all up here. But when we get our shit pushed in, I like don't want to do it. You know?
Okay.
It's in my mind, I need good stuff to happen for goodness ratings to change. And we haven't had any goodness ratings. I will say Kasim is fucking anchored to the bottom of it's out of the Brian Door rankings.
Well, I mean, the Brian Door is only the top 5. Like, he could be 6th.
No,
he's not.
He's
But
like
he could
8,
be
9, maybe 10.
I swear to God, Brian, if he is under Gaston Brugman,
He's not.
we're gonna fight.
There's a bottom to the list, and guess who's on it?
Satan, and then under the bottom is Gaston Brugman.
So okay. Who do we play?
Orlando on Saturday.
Orlando on Saturday. We will have this banner over by the assembly, and another banner that's supposed to get here tomorrow or Wednesday over by the roadies.
Ooh.
Oh, excuse me.
What's the banner by the roadies gonna be?
I think I sent it to you. It's the yellow and gold and white stripes with the Our Town, Our Club, and then the 3 logos we've had underneath it, and then a blue like border.
Okay. I actually don't think you sent that to me because I didn't send it to the club. So
I sent it to
hopefully the roadies did.
Yeah. I sent it to Kate, so
okay, cool.
I will send it to you at some point. But let's get a quick reaction and let's play some Call of Duty.
I think that Orlando has an incredibly deep roster. I think they're a very talented, cohesive group of attackers. I also think that they're playing Toluca in the Leagues Cup tomorrow or Wednesday night.
Yep.
So I think at this point, the roster that they put out for the Toluca game is going to tell us a lot about Saturday.
Yeah.
So if they're going for the Leagues Cup and they rotate on Saturday, I'm going to feel a lot better. But I mean, I'm also me, right? So I'm never going to feel like good going into games.
I don't feel like anybody goes for the Leagues Cup until the quarterfinals, or unless you're playing Monterrey or Club America. If you're playing Monterrey or Club America, they always seem to go for it regardless of when it happens.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
well, they're in the I don't know what they call the stage now, but it's the top 4 from the MLS teams and the top 4 of the Liga MX teams are the only teams that are left.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
So there's 8 teams,
I guess.
So at this point, you're going for it. I feel like.
Yeah. Who do you think or what do you think the score is? Who do you think wins?
I think Nashville wins 3-2, but it's a little bit of like a butthole clincher to where either we're up 3-1 and they score late and are putting on pressure, or it's 2-2 late and we score 1 late to win and it's dramatic and someone throws a beer at somebody else accidentally on purpose.
Okay. I think we win 3-1. Okay. But it's going to be fucking wild. It's going to be an Orlando goal in like the 7th minute, and we're all going to be depressed. And then we're going to get to the 80th minute and we're going to score. And then we're going to get to the 85th minute and we're going to score. And we're going to get to the 97th minute and we're going to score. So 3-1.
Okay.
But all of our goals come after the 80th minute. And it's going to be everyone all upset and grumbly all the way up into that first goal. And then it's going to be like out of body experience, jubilation, loud stadium, people hype, throwing beers.
All right, who scores those goals?
Should I give it an actual? I'm gonna make you mad. Brugman's gonna score 1.
Okay, I thought you were gonna Steven us real quick and say Joe Willis hat trick.
Just to make everything we said on this stream funny and to make Clean happy. Brugman's gonna score 1, and then Sam's gonna score 2, and kind of get his foot back into the Golden Boot race.
Okay.
And the Bergman one's going to be a banger from like 10 yards outside the box. He's just going to fucking send it, and it's laser beam, top right corner.
Okay, but is he going to do it on purpose, or is it going to be a cross that accidentally goes in the net?
It's gonna when it's that far out, it's almost never on purpose. It's gonna be like Randall Leal style from like 2022, you know, where he's like trying to cross it and he put it top corner.
That was such a
95
great goal.
to 0. I like that.
What was that? The Revs at Nissan. It was definitely a Nissan Stadium goal because I remember being there, and I think it happened on the other end of the stadium, and we were all just like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah. All right. So
looks lost on the field like Gaston is wild.
Okay. So I've made my life harder because my internet cut out earlier. I am uploading this episode to YouTube. I'm gonna have to stitch it together and do some editing. But
what do you do editing? You just put the two videos together and make it a video.
I don't know what's cut out. I might do a funny little technical difficulties. I might do a silly little bit in the middle. Do you hate silly little bits?
How dare of the two of us, you appreciate whimsy much more than I do.
I do. I fucking love whimsy. I'm so whimsied up right now. It's crazy.
Are you allowed to say that on twitch.tv?
Dude, I'm whimsy pilled, and I hope the rest of chat is too. God, that's an emote. That should be an emote.
I hope it's not.
So look up Has Been Entertainment on YouTube. I posted it on Twitter. I'm gonna start uploading these. What I said, John, on Twitter was I'm gonna start uploading these onto YouTube. And if we consistently get to around like 50 or so views on those, I'll start multi-streaming to both.
Okay.
This is one, it doesn't hurt us in any way whatsoever. Two, our YouTube shorts do pretty well, but you can't monetize YouTube shorts easily. Like you have to have
you can,
but you have to have like 10 million like views or something in like a 30-day period. Where as opposed to regular videos, you have to get like 2,000 watch hours, which is not
watch hours. Yeah.
So this will help with that.
I love in chat. I'm late, but I just wanted to say all caps. I'm not panicking. I promise.
Hey, no, you know what? We're gonna pause here while we switch over to YouTube. This is where I'm ending. Probably, maybe we'll see. Where we're switching over to Call of Duty. IC2, crash out in chat. You can panic here and then forget you panicked and go back to non-panic mode. If you need to panic, it's okay. It's okay to crash out. This is a safe space for NSC fans to crash out within reason.
Within reason.